investing a million Kenya shillings in the IFB1 2022-19, which is the second bond in the August 2025 bond auction, will give you an investment of 6.5 years, because according to the redemption structure of the IFB1 2022-19, investments in this bond of up to 1 million will be redeemed in full after 6.5 years, and that is on 9th February 2032. Before we look at the other bond features for this particular bond, I would like we correct an error that has been identified in our previously uploaded bond reviewing the IFB1 2018-15. As per the schedule that was uploaded on that video, redemption structure for an investment of 2 million that we used as our example did indicate after the redemption of the first amortization of 40% of 800,000, the subsequent coupon payments were erroneously held at 125,000, but that a 40% of the capital of 2 million has been paid back to the investor, leaving a capital invested of 1.2 million. That would bring down the coupon to 75,000 subsequently after the first amortization, and that would mean that on final redemption that will be happening on maturity date, that is the 10th January 2033, the 100% redemption of the balance of that investment would stand at 1,275,000 Kenya shillings. We hope that one stands corrected. It was a copy-paste error. To continue with our review of the second bond, that is IFB1 2022-19, we shall look at the bond features. We'll also look at a correct redemption structure and its important dates, and that will come after 3 seconds short break, so don't go away. In the meantime, as always, give us a like to this video, engage in the comment section, because it is the comment section that gives us the feedback, like what we have gotten as the error identified in our first video, which we have now corrected. And if the video has value, don't forget to share it to another person. See you after 3 seconds short break. Welcome back to our continued review of the second infrastructure bond in the August 2025 bond auction, that is the IFB1 2022-19. This schedule is giving us the bond features, and as per the schedule, the name for this bond is IFB1 2022-19. And for the newbies in bond investment, a bond name is divided into 3. The extreme left gives us the type of a bond on issue, and that is the IFB1, indicating that this is an infrastructure bond that has been reopened for investment. The indicator for reopening is the numeral value 1. The mid-section for that naming of a bond, that gives us the year when the bond was originally issued, and in this case, this is a bond that was first issued in 2022, and the extreme right, that segment gives us the original maturity for the bond, or the horizon, the tenure, the maturity period for investment for this particular bond, which was 19 years. The original issue being 2022, and the bond having an original maturity of 19 years, then if you add those two values, you are getting the redemption year, the year when this bond is supposed to mature, and the balance of unencumbered capital refunded or repaid back to the investors would stand or would be 2041. New investors in a reopened issue, we are investing into the remaining tenure of the bond, and therefore for the IFB1 2022-19, we are getting a remaining tenure of 15.6 years. That becomes our investment period for those who are investing in this particular bond. The maturity date, the specific date when these bonds or our investments in this bond shall mature, will be 28th January 2041, which will also be the last coupon payment date. This bond has a coupon rate of 12.9650%. And comparing to the prevailing market interest rate as depicted by the 364-day Treasury bill, which now stands at 9.72%, the coupon is slightly higher than the prevailing market interest rate, but compared to the prevailing market yields, which are higher than that value, we are expecting the two bonds to attract either a premium or a discount. Infrastructure bonds are issued tax-free, and therefore this bond does not have any withholding tax, and the coupon months, for those who are looking for bonds for purposes of laddering, for those who are looking for bonds to cover specific months in their ladders, this bond shall be paying its coupons in the month of February and August. Considering the second bond in the August 2025 bond auction, which is the IFB1 2018-15, which was coupon payment months are January and July, that means and the investors who are going to invest in these two bonds in the August auction, they will have covered the months of January, February, July, and August in their bond ladders. The accrued interest for this bond shall be 0 because the coupon payment date, the immediate coupon payment date coincides with the value date for this bond. The same day we shall be paying for our successful bids in this bond, that is the same day when coupons for the existing investors shall be paid, and therefore that leaves no gap between the coupon payment date and the value date for this bond, and that is the reason we have a 0 accrued interest for this bond. The minimum investment remains 50,000, and that is the usual minimum amount required for investing in bonds. If you are looking forward to investing or to bidding non-competitively, then you are required to invest an amount, a minimum of 50,000 and a maximum of 50 million Kenya shillings. Any bid exceeding 50 million Kenya shillings must be done competitively. Competitive bidders invest a minimum of 2 million. And as always, we have advised that if you are investing in these bonds as a DIY, we recommend you bid non-competitively. And the government targets to receive 90 billion in the August bond auction. Infrastructure bonds have specific characteristics which distinguish them from the other bonds, which include, number one, that infrastructure bonds are issued specifically to finance government development projects or for infrastructure projects. These bonds also have a characteristic distinguishing them from the other bonds in that they are issued tax-free. And the third distinguishing characteristic of an infrastructure bond is that infrastructure bonds are redeemed partially. And that is what now gives us the redemption structure, which gives the specific dates when the invested capital shall be paid back to the investors. That is amortization. And therefore, this schedule explains the redemption structure by using the two examples, an investment of 1 million and an investment of 2 million. So looking at an investment of 1 million shillings into the IFB1 2022-19 at a coupon of 12.965% will give us a maturity period of 6.5 years because as per the bond terms, any investment into this bond of a face value up to 1 million shall be redeemed in full. 100% will be paid back to the investor on 9th February of 2032. From the value date of this investment, which is 18th August of 2025 to 9th February 2032, that is giving us a maturity period or investment period of 6.5 years. If you subject the investment of 1 million shillings to that rate, coupon rate of 12.965%, you get a total annual coupon of 129,650. And because bonds pay their coupons 2 times in a year, you will divide that amount by 2 to get a coupon payout of 64,825 shillings on each of the specified dates. And therefore, beginning February of 2026, on 26th February 2026, the first coupon payout of 64,825 shall be paid, and that will continue until 9th February of 2032, when that investment of up to 1 million shall be redeemed in full, and for an investor of 1 million shillings, then a total of 1,064,825 shillings shall be paid back to their settlement account. And now looking at an example of an investment of 2 million Kenya shillings in this bond, the IFB1 2022-19, the redemption structure provides that the first amortization on 9th February 2032 will include a 50% redemption of any unencumbered balance. And therefore, for an investment above 1 million shillings, that will give us now the remaining term of 15.6 years worth of investment. However, as per the redemption structure, after the first 6.5 years, when the first amortization will be done, a 50% of the face value of any investment above 1 million will be redeemed. And that would mean that for 2 million, which is giving us a coupon payout of 129,650 for every coupon payout, will pay that coupon up to 9th February 2032, when the first amortization will happen, paying back 1 million, which is 50% of the 2 million invested, and that one will leave a capital balance of 1 million in that investment, which will continue to term. And therefore, the coupon amount will go down by a half, giving us 64,825,000 for the remaining period until the maturity of this investment, which will happen on 28th January 2041, when the remaining encumbered balance will be redeemed in full. And that will give 1,064,825 shillings to the settlement account of an investor of 2 million shillings. Those two examples are to explain the redemption structure, and you can apply the rate or the calculation to determine what will be your redemption structure depending on the face value of the amount that you are investing. Then lastly but not least, we look at the important dates, which are the same as in the IFB1 2018-15. And therefore, for the bidding period, which is the period that we are given to organize or to get our DAO CSD accounts approved, then placing our bids will be from 21st July 2025 all the way to 13th August 2025. The last date of the bidding period, which is the bid closure date, also gives us the auction date, and therefore the bidding deadline, which is also giving us the auction date, will be Wednesday, 13th August of 2025. As per the bond prospectus, the auction results are being stated to be collected on Friday of 15th August 2025. But this being an electronic auction, immediately the auction is concluded, the results are relayed to the investors by SMS, but the recommended place to get your results is the transaction tab of your DAO CSD account, and that then gives you the results period to be immediately after the auction happening on 13th August of 2025 all the way to Friday of 15th August 2025. The same period, once you have your results, you now need to organize to pay for your successful bid, and therefore that would also give us allocated payment period, which should begin after the auction date all the way to Monday of 18th August 2025. And the same day that is the closing date for the payment of successful bids gives us the settlement date and also the value date. Once you have paid for your successful bid, you wait until the value date for your account to be updated. Thank you for watching and see you in our next video.